let's divert for a bit to an archetype from the GX era I actually forgot about. We're taking a look at the Macrocosmos archetype used by Daitokuchi from GX, and yeah, this is an archetype solely based and only thankful for existence of only one card, and two if we want to kind of stretch it a bit. Then all the other cards are just not worth mentioning at all. It's a 5 card archetype, but yeah, let's take a look. It bases around this little trap card known as Macrocosmos. It's a continuous trap with this effect. When it actually resolves, you can special summon one Helios the Primordial Sun from your hand or deck. And while this card is face up on the field, any card sent to the graveyard is banished instead. So this was and still is one of the best tech options ever to exist in this kind of game. Not to mention that it is still limited to this very day to how good this card is. The first effect is not nearly as used because for its practicality, although it is a free level 4 monster if you choose to run it. I mean, if you could run 3 of these, then maybe you could get away with running 3 Helios, but yeah, I'll get to those shortly. But yeah, this basically is some sort of a different flavor from Necro Valley of locking your opponent out of a graveyard. Uh, it can be a decent tech choice in Fortune Lady, since those gals rely on getting themselves banished most builds. So yeah, you can't go wrong with Macrocosmos in any deck. Well, any deck that can afford had to have its graveyard banished, and yeah, it's a decent card, and I'd say definitely run it. And now for its monster lineup. First up is the aforementioned Helios, the Primordial Sun, sorry. It's a level 4 with undetermined attack points, and it gains 100 attack for each banished monster. Yeah, I'd say no. But yeah, the fact that it's summonable by Helios, by Macrocosmos, sorry, makes it kind of worth running at least on one, because it's a free level 4 monster if you choose to, like, be a massive Link summoner or Xyz summoner. So yeah, but all in all, not worth running in the long run. Its evolution is Helios Duo Magistus. It's a level 6 with the same stats. And you can special summon this card by attributing one Helios the Primordial Sun. This card's attack and defense are equal to the number of removed from play monsters times 200 this time around. For that Garrod Hole experience. If this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, special summon it during the end phase and it gains 300 attack and defense. The floating effect on this one is really out of place, since you're most likely summoning this while Macrocosmos is out on the field, so this thing won't even go into the graveyard. And basically what this amounts to is a Primordial Sun with better stats. Moving on, we have Helios Trismegistus. It's a level 8, same stats as usual. And you can special summon it by attributing Helios Duo Magistus. This card's attack and defense are equal to the number of removed from play monsters, not cards. Wish it was cards. Monsters times 300. After this card attacks, it can attack once more if your opponent controls the monster. If this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, again same floating effect, but this time gains 500 attack and defense. Again, the floating effect is out of place because you'll most likely be summoning this while Macrocosmos is out on the field. And other than the original new effect, it would be just an upgrade over, just a stat upgrade over Duo Magistus. It actually gains the ability to attack once more if the opponent controls a monster, so basically you can attack all your opponent's monsters, which is actually nice. It gets stronger with each monster it destroys, since Macrocosmos is most likely on the field. And yeah, but all in all, it's not worth running. The monster lineup of this archetype sucks. However, we have one more spell card, that is the Quick Play Grand Convergence. If you control Macrocosmos, inflict 300 damage to your opponent and destroy all monsters on the field. Sorry about that. And yeah, this is actually a very nice card, no question about it. It's a quick play Dark Hole if you control Macrocosmos anyway. And I have no idea what the hell the 300 burn damage is supposed to induce, but yeah, you don't activate it for that effect, you activate it to get a quick field nuke. And to potentially, if you have a spare Helios in your hand, to boost it up some more. Which you most probably don't, since you don't tend to run it. Now, grades. Consistency, 1 out of 3. Power, 1 out of 3. Comeback, 1 out of 3, sorry. Protection, I'm actually inclined to give protection a 2 out of 3 because Macrocosmos can actually prevent floating effects, which can actually help you, kind of, and Grand Convergence is a quick play. Dark Hole, and Versatility gets a 3 out of 3 because of the Macrocosmos' insane splashability, not to mention you can take in an occasional Grand Convergence as well, so yeah. This is a nice set of cards. I mean, it kinda sucks that the monster lineup is rancid horse shit, but maybe this archetype gets legacy support of some sort, maybe to give it a better monster lineup or something, who knows. But as it is now, it's perfectly fine tech upgrade, ignoring the monster lineup, of course. And that was it. I believe there won't be any new GX era archetypes on this series, so yeah, consider this the last GX era archetype in this in the Archetype Analysis series. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for more visual and updates. Comment, like, and subscribe. And as usual, I'll upload the next vid whenever I can. See you all, have a good day, and peace.